Hello friends, this time the summer season has been terrible. The heat wave conditions have really troubled the central and northwest India to a great extent, and at many places the temperature has touched 50 or even crossed 50 degrees, making the conditions quite unbearable. The region around our country has also been affected. In Saudi Arabia, we have had a very large number of loss of lives, and which is very tragic. Now, in this video, we will try to understand how the heat wave conditions are created. Now, looking at the Earth, we all know that Earth can be divided in two halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, which is divided by an imaginary line called the equator. And above the equator, if we go 23.4 degrees, we have another line which we have named as Tropic of Cancer, and it passes through Gandhinagar in Gujarat in India. And if we go down 23.4 degrees, it is called the Tropic of Capricorn, and we will come to that, what is the significance of these two lines. Now, if we look at the basic Earth and Sun geometry, we can clearly see that the axis of the Earth is tilted. Due to this reason, the plane which contains the equator of the Earth is at the angle of around 23.5 degrees with respect to the orbital plane of the Earth. So if these were aligned, then the Sun would remain stationary throughout the year as the Earth went around the Sun. But due to this tilt, the Earth is seen sometimes above the equator, sometimes below the equator. So we who are living in northern hemisphere, our summer season comes when Sun is above the equator, and winter season comes when Sun is below the equator, as we can see in the next slide. Now, what is the significance of Tropic of Cancer? What it means is that beyond this line on the globe, the Sun never comes overhead throughout the year. And similarly, in Tropic of Capricorn, the Sun, that is the maximum excursion of the Sun in overhead condition. So we can clearly see that the Sun basically moves around the equator 23.4 degrees on either side throughout the year. So due to this region gets heated up more than the regions which are nearer to the poles on either side. That is because of the angle of sun rays. Now what happens? Our country, if we can look at the globe again, is located near the equator. Our southern tip is almost at the equator, and then it goes towards the Tropic of Cancer and goes little bit beyond across the Tropic of Cancer. So our region in fact receives great amount of heating due to sun rays. Fortunately, our planet has mechanisms through which it can redistribute the heat so that the temperatures more or less remain habitable. Now, what does it? I mean, what are the mechanisms which do heat exchange? Our ocean is one such thing. Ocean is a very large sink for the sun's energy, and it has capacity to distribute heat, take heat from the equator through its currents which flow towards the poles and take the warm water away from the hot areas. Another mechanism is through the atmosphere. The winds which travel after getting heated up and go towards the poles, that's another mechanism. Now these atmospheric winds which flow in a very irregular pattern, they sometimes results into storms. They start twisting, and it gives rise to different types of storms like cyclones. And when these happen, they also cause some destruction, and they cause negative effects. But essentially, all these phenomena are basically the efforts of the planet to equalize heat, to redistribute heat in the globe. So whenever such things happen, I mean, we need to understand that basically it is the planet which is trying to correct the imbalance that is created due to excessive heat in certain areas and less heat in certain other areas. So we should respect the nature and don't get too negative about such matters. Now, heat wave is also one such event. Now, lately, events like these terrible heat waves have been reported a little more than usual. This is what is called climate change, effect of the climate change. What is causing it? Well, solar cycle could be one such cause, but we have polluted our planet so much. Human beings have been on the planet for so little time. Our planet was able to handle all these things very efficiently, but we have created conditions in such a fashion that heat is getting trapped more than it should be in our atmosphere, and our oceans and our atmosphere is having hard time. It is unable to do this heat exchange in a very efficient way, or in a way which is very conducive to human beings. So we cannot have the cake and eat it too. We have to learn from our mistakes and apply some kind of brakes to the pollution which we are causing on our beautiful planet. Hopefully, in future we are able to reduce our emissions, the carbon dioxide emissions, and reduce the greenhouse effect, and maintain this planet of the cradle of humanity, so that it can continue to function as our home for all time to come. Thank you so much for being with us, and till we meet next time, goodbye.